Okay, Coach, talk about a very strange homecoming night where you're coming in against an 0 and 4, is it Hopkins,
Hmm.
and you get disrupted by rain. So let's talk about the first half.
Yeah, obviously when you have to play one game over 2 days, that's definitely something that you're going to need to make sure your kids are focused on. We approach this week as it's not about who we're playing, it's about us because the rest of the season is what this week is. We're playing ourselves, which is always a more difficult opponent than anyone that is across the field from us. Yeah,
And
Hopkins was they came out ready to play, and I was proud of our defense. Really did a nice job last night. But teams aren't going to back down just because of their record or your record. So it was a good teachable moment. And if you're really a competitor, you don't care about the score of the opponent or the weather, and all three of those things are factors.
it really seemed like defensively there was a lot of penetration in the backfield, pressure on the quarterback. Was that something that you guys had worked on during the
Yeah,
week?
yeah, we wanted to really get after them and see what they could do, and those pressures were hitting home. They hit that one deep ball that they got on us last night,
Mm-hmm.
and kudos to them because we just kept saying it's working, so we're going to keep running it over and over and over again.
The second half, it kind of seemed like when you guys came in that the running game became a little bit more of the focus.
Yep, yep. We challenged our offensive line to assert themselves and take control, and they definitely did. And then Hopkins adjusted to some things in our pass game, so we were forced to run the ball more. The offensive line loves when they do that. And then the other thing is that we called a lot more screens because they were just blitzing us left and right. So that was fortunate in that second half right out the gate. We just kind of kept running our screens all the way down the field.
I mean, it's really seemed like I saw, Jalen, Caleb, David in there defensively, really kind of coming forward in a way that we haven't seen as much.
Yeah, no, the defensive line definitely did a great job last night, and also the guys that rotate in like Tony Perfetti and Charlie Brook and Jairus Boston, and all those guys did a great job last night.
Contributions from sophomores. You want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, Cody Akins continues to be a guy that gets his name called, and he makes the most of those opportunities when he goes in there. Mr. Carr is doing a great job as a sophomore out there. It's a lot of fun to see those young guys make some pretty significant contributions out on the field.
And then what do you do when you come in like this? Have you ever had an experience where you had to come in and play a game, a
Never,
quarter and
never,
a half?
never. I've been a part of rain delays before. I've never had to resume it the next day. So this is a new one for me.
And how do you work in terms of keeping that morale flowing?
That's a great question. I don't know if I figured it out, to be completely honest, because I know a lot of kids were hoping to get that game done. And then obviously it's hard when you tell the JV kids that they can't play their game because of how the refs have to run around to a new spot. So, it was really nice, though, because every single person on the sideline got in to play. Obviously, everyone probably wishes they would play more, but it's always a good varsity game when everyone on the sideline can contribute.